I wanted to go through frame by frame, talk about a few other things in this because I generally wanted to show what they could have done and who they could have contacted, or who they what a natural visual effects artist can actually do for them. So it's easier that we can go through all this so we can see like frame by frame what did we miss. And like I really do kind of like that the Angel Grove Youth Center and gyms and stuff. I think that's really cool that they did that. But I think from what you can tell, and I don't know if this is just the quality of the video, but you notice it's on all of their hair. So you can see that there's this like this glowing tint, like this like halo visual effect you can see around here. And I've got a feeling it's because of the effect that they instantly react to before anything, mainly the Yellow Ranger. But as I said, like when you're looking at practical effects, like when you've got this coming down, it's not going to instantly spawn all of this lava around, and it's just too quick. So this is how you can tell part of this, or this effect is definitely AI, because as I said in my previous video, if you go watch it, my reaction to this, I can also turn that audio off. When it goes through, all of it's just disappeared. It would literally still be there. So really looking at it, this is again how you can tell it's AI. So Goldar is obviously here. You look at his teeth. So instantly it pops up there and it goes straight in and it's kind of in there. But here, his tooth is joined together. There is no separation. This has a kind of clay like face. If you notice a lot of other stuff like in like the set pictures, it's completely different. And also, where is this? This is what AI does. AI absolutely takes it away. So where's his crown here? There is absolutely, it's just gone. It looks like he looks like a bat. And I'm guessing that this is probably like, I guarantee you there's probably no horns on Goldar. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this doesn't look right. Also, what is this? Like, this is what I can notice. Like, that's not like this piece here. So yeah, it just, AI is used in this. In my other video, I mentioned that they should have the morphers in their hand. Okay, so you can definitely see that there is no morpher in the hand. And it just activates from their wrist. So I don't know if they used AI. Again, I think this is a cool effect, but I don't know why they left the kind of like the key part to be in there. But there's no morpher. And then instantly they jump to it. And they're using the movie morphers. Well, he is using the movie morpher. So obviously they didn't get a full load, which is kind of weird. Now, I don't know why they had to have this effect in, because it just seems really weird since it's just blurred out here. So we can see it says Power Rangers on all the others. And then again, we've got the Ninja Kids logo coming in, presents. Again, AI, I don't know why they didn't have a graphic designer that could make a logo. So this is the main thing when it comes to what we've been speaking about with AI and in general with Lord Zed. So it, like, for some strange reason, his suit is basically his skin, which wouldn't be the case. If this was bursting on him and really transforming him, then he wouldn't need, the suit would basically break apart. But his suit comes in, and like, where does this come from? So again, more parts that don't need it. And we can see his face is just one of those AI things that you see. There's no emotion. It's wonky. And that it doesn't look good. Like, if you can hear him, like if we turn the sound back on, when you hear it, when someone screams, "Ah!" then there generally would be emotion in this. Just look how the helmet is formed. Little things like here, this was not on Lord Zed. I can understand if you're having your own creativeness, if you're going to have something that was inspired completely different to Lord Zed battle mode or whatnot, but you just don't have it in the next shot. Where is this part? This was not on there. See, again, I mentioned in my previous video, is when you're seeing this sort of effect, it takes you completely out of it. Where is his armor? Where is that dome? Where is that gem? And even looking at this from a certain angle, his face is different. They're all in line, and the visor is completely different. Look at Goldar. He is, from previous here, he's got a darker kind of skin, but it's completely blue there. Okay, so now we're looking at this part. So let's look at all of them before morphing. Simple hand movement where they all are. And then suddenly, as you see, his hands turned into TN when he's going to blast Cell. His hand here. And you can tell, like, just look at the breaking of this. Hand movement, hand comes out, boom. Then he's got another kind of weird finger ass here. But even looking here at the helmet, just instantly forms on him. Not great. Same with Mastodon, or same with all of them. What it feels like, the helmet is rotating on, which should literally be coming across properly. This is what really irritates me. This could have been a fantastic project and probably could have been the best thing that we've seen in a long time. I mean, you look at his, probably, now I don't know if there are cheeks on here, like this part here, if it's like they put bladed part on there, but even like the helmet is way too big. Now, as a finishing off that sentence, this was a project that a lot of people were really excited about. The fact is that they were taking elements from Toku J to redesign the suits, which looked absolutely fantastic. And now we have this AI slop, which just takes his work and slaps AI on it. We don't want that. And I know Toku J has turned around and said that this is disappointing. This really is, considering how much of a fantastic project this could have been. Okay, so yeah, it does have those sorts of lines on there. But notice, as I said before, Goldar has this. He didn't have those little horns. He has these horns, but that little thing that we saw earlier wasn't on there. This is a scene I don't really get, so it can't be another putty, not unless these guys run super quickly. But we can see right there, it's just such a different shot that he turns. Now again, that's fine if they're using AI. Well, it's not really fine, but it's more of a believable shot. I do generally like this shot. I really do. I just really wish that they handed it over to a visual effects person, because the way it just comes off looks really goddamn cool. I really do like that effect. So another way that you can tell with AI is that it generally puts like this kind of weird filter on a lot of things. It just feels a little bit off. And you can always tell with fire because it doesn't look like it's actual fire. Like if you saw proper explosions in films, or if you saw on news a fire, it looks completely different. But I kind of thought that this was all AI. I still do, actually, to be fair. It just looks too silky smooth is what I'm looking for. Again, where's the armor? On his head. Where's the armor on that? But this here always looks like those cat videos that you see where it's like the cat is falling from a plane and suddenly gets a parachute and then gets like jetpacks and stuff. It just looks completely off. And I know that they're trying to save time, but you can get packs out there like Big Film FX or something that have these sorts of pre-rendered. Video Copilot has these sorts of effect that all still hold up, that you can easily buy for cheap to put in to do yourself. Now, I don't know if this is AI because we have some damage here, and Lord Zed looks very weird. Doesn't look, yeah, I think this is all like visual effects, because when you look at Lord Zed, his head should be looking that way. This to me looks like it's all fucking AI. Like they didn't know what to do. And the guy, oh man, looking into this looks really weird. Just look at Zed. Like that is so, oh, it's so fucking weird. But this looks so fucking off. This is not right. Ninja Kids, whoever you're doing this, you should be ashamed of them. You should be ashamed that you're allowing this into it. I don't care if you're like, oh, well, you know, we just want like to get younger people into it. When you feed them slop, they will expect slop all the time, and it won't change. You guys want to be filmmakers? You want to be actors? Can you imagine just being absolutely done over by AI? Yeah, okay, so how does this go from this particular shot to that? Like, there is no way you cannot tell me this is not AI. And there we go. Look at his, look, this is all AI, because look, it fucking changes his visor. Look, right? There is nothing here. And even can I zoom in? No, hang on. Let's go 200. Oh man. Oh, like here, there's something here as well that just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right, and it fucking pisses me off. Yeah. Look at that. His face. It's not his hand. Right. First of all, let's make sure. Right. So you see the Z. Or you see. Look at his face. Like he's not grabbing his mouth. Right. He's not grabbing the mouth. So obviously it's meant to be his hands. Okay, maybe I was wrong. No, it doesn't look like his hands at all. No, yeah, his hands are against there. But what is this part? Yeah. And even when he takes his hand away, you can see that his face is down here. This is bent. And it just disappears. Yeah, it basically blends in with the fire. This is fucking bullshit. I'm sorry, guys, but you can't fucking get away with this bullshit. Goldar, he's not AI there, but you can tell that there's a huge main difference from it. This is probably AI. That's probably AI as well. This here is definitely AI, and this is AI as well. I really wanted to show Dan's visual effect when it came to his once and always morph, and you can now. I absolutely adore this, and we're going to go and break it down, even though you can see it down here. But he wrote, anyway, here's a spec VFX animation I made where I took a clip from Once and Always and recreated Durange's hand-drawn wireframe animation, took the MMPR's former frame format, married them into a real-time animation that preserves those visual elements. So we've all seen this when they morph, like they get that grid line, which I think is pretty cool. And then obviously they've added it on Dan's added on here, which you can see again, which looks really awesome. Taking like this element, which I'm guessing then he used the like morpher plates. Yeah, so that's probably from the toy. And you can see now when you add them all together. Now I'm gonna play this twice in case I get copy struck. But look how cool this this is.
It's morphin' time! Triceratops!
Pterodactyl!
Tyrannosaurus!
How cool, we'll play it again. How cool is this? Look how cool that is. Just much better than what we've seen from Ninja Kids. Now, again, they could have looked around and said, hey, can we hire someone to do this? But what really kind of gets me is this sort of comment. So this is Ethan. I think he plays the White Ranger, and he left a comment on the fan club's video where Deoxy360 he put out and everyone's seen, and that has gone absolutely viral. But Ethan says this: bro, really appreciate your covering this and giving your initial reaction to it. It is bigger budget than previous episodes that Ninja Kids produced before, but yeah, it's not Disney-sized budget. The world is absolutely the world is absolutely moving towards using AI more with everything. I get why some people would be off-put, which is wrong. A bit, or no, the spelling is not that they're off-put. A bit by it, but dang guys, isn't it, or shouldn't it be more about how strong the story and the character development are to some degree as well? To hate things that you haven't even experienced at all is like looking at a plate of chocolate, telling your mum you're going to hate it because it looks brown, and brown food always won't taste good. Just give it a try before judging. Thanks again for the honest reaction. Now, there is tons in this. First of all, I don't know why, Ethan, you couldn't really spell a lot of this sort of stuff. I get it. We're not good at spelling. I definitely am not 100% on this one, but I would definitely check on it. Now, yeah, you've had a bigger budget on this one. The way that I would look at it, go, okay, we could hire some visual effects people. You know, if you couldn't do it, or the visual effects company was too, like the company that you go for were too expensive, then I'm sure that you could have looked around and found people to do this. But turning around and saying, like, shouldn't it be the story, the characters? You're using AI slop. We don't want that in our stories. We don't want it to be like, oh, well, we didn't have time, and so we did this whole special effects thing, blah, blah, blah. We want something good. A lot of people were really happy about this and really, really wanted to see all of this. But now it just taints it because you used AI and it looks so bad when you go over frame by frame. You know, people are going to judge you by the trailer that is now hidden, and people are going to walk away from it. It's just so weird that you're trying to blame it on, like, oh, watch it before judging. No, if people don't like AI and you're stealing other people's work by using creative AI, of course, no one's going to watch it because you're stealing and you're being fucking sloppy as shit. No one likes sloppy work. But what's really like kind of interesting is Hyperdrive Pix, they did a morphing tutorial. So you could use After Effects. If you couldn't afford a visual effects artist, you could have got someone to sit down, play with After Effects and do these sorts of effects. Now, when this was the kind of the morph that they put in, it's easy to kind of replicate. Very, very simple. I even did this, and you know, all these like stuff here, you know, it's 12 years old and people are still watching it. But even I did this. And you know, I couldn't do a Gokai change, so I did that myself. But the fact is, like, this took, I would say, like a good part of a day to really do everything to match exactly what it was for a split second. It was so easy to do it once going through step by step. But I think what I'm really pissed off about is that the more that you look at this project that everyone has been looking at, that everybody has been excited for, you're using stuff that we don't need. Like, you easily could have not had this guy as Lord Zed, or you could have done a flash effect or something. The fact is, like, that's the putty scene could have had a smoke dust thing, which you can go online and find for free. But I think what really gets me is that you put this into an AI generation, got this really wrong, and just made him, like, this actor have a facial expression that he probably couldn't do, and then you just went, yeah, just make him look like he's in pain. And then all of a sudden, when you look how bad it is and just go over all of that, it's completely off. I was very excited for this project, and I will probably check it out. But what I'm really disheartened about is the amount of AI that they've put in to try and get people to like this. And I think that if you've got AI slop that people are just going to ignore anyway, then you're now setting a precedent for people to go, this is all that I want. This is absolutely fucking disgusting. And again, Ethan, if you're going to comment, please come back and give me the reason why you decide to use AI for a lot of this trailer and not try to use practical effects. That is what Tokusatsu is. It's all about practical effects. That in the 70s, they were very limited to what they were doing, and even up to a certain point, but they still made it look absolutely fantastic. And what you're doing right here is just feeding people absolute slop. And I generally didn't see half of this, but now I've gone frame by frame. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I've rambled way too long on this. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below in the comments and let's discuss. And while you're down there, why not hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as I'm trying to reach 22,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat. Your help goes a long way to help support the channel, and if you want to help support the channel, the links to my Patreon and channel memberships are listed below in the description.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。